I'm wondering if my computer could be downloading an update. That could be another struggle for it. And maybe someone here in the house is also watching video, or maybe a couple people. So that could be impacting all this, or it could just be a bad day in the neighborhood. But anyway, I'm going to play through it here. Hopefully, as we're going, but I can see here I'm getting like lag. It's my CPU is dragging butt for some reason, and usually when this happens, it means it's like Ghost downloading an update of some sort that's big, and it's sucking memory / download speeds / upload speeds for whatever reason. It's just clogging things up. So I don't know. The other thing I could just do is postpone this for a little while, but let's just try and get it through. Maybe this will sort itself out as we go through here. So feel free to comment if you are noticing appreciable lag / difficult. I don't know how much someone watching pays attention to the video, how much they're just listening. There's a lot of unknowns about I don't do a lot of market analysis as to what people do while they're watching these videos. Probably just try to pay attention, but I hope so. Well, we're going to get started with hole 15, most likely. Well, we have the emerging contenders. So Aberley and Kanishi now are in the lead. They're tied for the lead, -10. Everybody's still pretty much bunched up here. I haven't had anybody go out of contention. So that's something. Okay, Larry, that's my assumption too. So, but I guess even if they come down and they eventually get on a frame that shows that they're sitting there, I guess it'll all be okay. But now we need to do emerging contender, and so I take the lowest score of the leaders, Aberley and Kanishi, and it's -3. So then we go to the list and it says if it's between 2 and 4 under par, we roll once. So let's roll white and black once, and it's 34. So no emerging contender, has to be in the teens. So that kind of simplifies this, as we can just go with our typical deal. Okay, so we're going to start with the 15th with the group of Dwayne Bradshaw, who is at 6 under, 4 shots behind. Dave Simanowicz Jr. is 3 back. He's had a pretty good day so far. He's 4 under on his round with 1 bogey. Pretty steady round so far. Actually, this round has been pretty steady for a lot of guys. Not too many struggles. And then Franz Ockel. He did have a bogey. He was at, but then he got it back to 3 under par on the day. But he's still 4 back. So this is an easy par 4. Difficulty is just the one course control number. It's number 5. If you do land on that, it's going to be a difficult, one more difficult putt if you get the course controlling it. Hello, Darren. Yeah, I can see my hand is, this thing is, it's trash, but I'm just going to have to go with it. I even had to restart this thing because there was some kind of a problem. It really hung up, so I don't know. I probably have some background crap going on, which doesn't help anything. So let's get on here with Dwayne Bradshaw. And he gets a white 6, so he'll take another blue chip. And actually, no, this is double cordial, so that's gonna so the white 6 on double cordial holes, that's just an automatic birdie. No blue chip to be had, and so he's gonna get up to -7 there with his playing partner Simanowicz Jr. And so this is 2 weeks in a row we've had a Simanowicz, and they're 2 different guys, right? Now Franz Ockel. So the white 4, it's going to be golfer control 236. We look in the book. he's a semi-duffer and the dot is there, so he's going to lose that blue chip. So he basically earns a red, which cancels the blue. And the gallery groans. He hits a poor drive. Green 3, is he a master? No recovery at all, so it's a moderate par putt. So he didn't go off of the 5, right? So he doesn't have to add this little exclamation mark, but he does make his moderate par. And Simanowicz Jr. has got some chips to burn. Love to make a charge here. And there is a white 6 on the double cordial. That's another birdie, so he's going to be 5 under on the day and to within 2. And another one of the reasons that this is probably running a tad slow is I also have this page up, and this might be the other thing I may decide to scuttle if this is eating up too much so Simanowicz Jr. He's not from Kobe, Japan. He's from somewhere in, I believe, in California, if I recall. See, this is lagging a lot. Stockton, California. He does have one win. This year he is having a down year. He would love to get his second tour victory. His best finish was 7th in the Masterful. So I'm going to close this just to try and help some kind of see if this will establish some stability on here. My laptop is a few years old now, so it is not exactly a gaming laptop or anything that is going to handle graphics and all sorts of other calculations on the fly particularly well. All right, so we had 2 birdies there on 15 from that first group. And so we've got 2 of those guys who have done well. Actually, the guys in that group. And, you know, I can put it back over here. This is the... So the scoreboard is fed off of this as well, but we can look a little bit at this if I just do some mods. You can kind of see the upper part of the screen here. The first group especially has done pretty well. We've got Emrick lurking here. He down here, he's actually he hung in there. He had 6 red chips to start, and he was able to burn those, I think, in the first 5 holes. He downgraded 1 putt, maybe 2 putts in there. I think on the 5th, his last one, he had a gimme par that he was able to move down to an easy par, which is a no-brainer for using a red chip. He did get away with one where I moved him from easy to moderate. That's a little more dicey, but at some point you're going to have to take a chance. And so now he has 2 blue chips, and he has 1 birdie on the day, and he is 2 behind. So that's interesting because he has yet to win on tour this year. He's looking for his first. We'll get to him next. So this group, Rowetter, even par, which basically means he is getting lapped by a lot of these guys. Clive Kenny also even at -5. Both those guys -5 on the full tournament. And then Martin Van Dyke has had a little better day. He's 2 under, but still stands 4 back. So we're going to take Rowetter first. He had a birdie on 13, and so on 14. This is 3 degrees of course control, 421-yard par 4. It's a blind tee shot and dog legs to the left. You kind of see the shape. A little bit of sand to deal with. And let's see, Rowetter and Kenny are both stormy. So a white 2 means it'll be Rowetter gaining control on the par 4. Yeoman or Scatter or Utility, he's none of those, so it's a moderate birdie putt. So a 1 or a 2. and it's a 4, so he misses the moderate birdie. Now an easy par, which down in the bottom right of the screen you can see that is the high roll, which is the 6-6 miss, and he gets a 3-6, which means it's in the hole, and he holes out his 4-footer. Now the Dutch sensation Martin van Dijk gets a bad rap, but donates a lot to charity. So 15 is the charity is the Van Dijk supplementation fund, which helps underprivileged Van Dykes. So anyway, 15. So trees in 1 with green 4. So he's not workman. So that'll be a moderate second putt for par. 1 to 5. And it's in. Yeah, Big Brother Simanowicz is definitely holding his own here today. Now Clive Kenny, the South African, with a 5. That means it'll be course controlled. And then 55, we go over here and look on the card, and it's in the bunker off the tee. And a green 6 means that's a terrible lie. So his chances of getting up and down for par are slim to none. So he is not sandy. So it'll be double difficult. And he's just going to have to lag. This is using the lag rule that I've used for every tournament. And he almost hits the bad roll, but instead he still ends up with the easy bogey. So bogey for Kenny. So with the lag, double aces on the dice plus a dot means that any lag, so either double difficult or difficult, those are the times you would use a lag. Either of those would be in. A difficult goes in if you've got 1-1 and then even a blank. So, but with the double difficult with 1-1 blank, you end up with a gimme par. So you don't quite make it. It's like hanging on the edge, almost. So then boxcars, 6-6 is the bad result there. Anything else is just the normal rule that you get from play. But the 6-6 dot means, I consider the dot to be kind of like extra of whatever it is, so it'd be extra bad. So it's an extra bad lag, so you go from a double difficult to a difficult. So follow up. So and then without the bullet, it would be like double difficult to moderate. So still not too bad, but still it's not a gimme. You know, it's about a 16% chance of miss. So anyway, just to talk about that for a second, because that came up right there. I usually just kind of like breeze through it, but okay, to the 13th, the only par 5 on the back 9. This is a par 70 course, which par 70s are not my favorite, but you know, you got to play what you got, and that's what we have. Although I will say this course is a relatively easy course for a par 70, and a lot of the par 4s have played pretty dang easy. But this is a 523-yard par 5, another double cordial hole. Another hole where if you roll the 5 on the white die, you have to increase the difficulty of the putt that is generated if it's not a clutch. It's reachable in 2, but the accuracy is important. So, but it's not so easy that you get direct. Direct is on a par 5 or a par 4 or a par 3 for that matter. Par 3s is usually if you're going to have a good chance at a hole in 1. And when I say good chance, I'm talking like still a long shot, but better than like getting struck by lightning. Anyway, let's get to rolling here, and it'll be the British Bulldog, Dustin Emrick. Maybe it should be the British Sith Lord, I guess, because that's kind of the nickname he's had. In a white 6, so this is a double cordial, so he will birdie it, and that's going to draw him to within 1. So he is making his move here on the back 9. And now John Westinghouse, one of the only guys here who have really had a flame out round, and he's still only +1, but still he had hoped for more. He's got a pretty good card there. So white 4 means we go to the golfer control chart for par 5s, and we read the 3. It's really kind of tough to see that. Let's see, can I change the lighting? I'm like, it's tough to see, and it's tough to not end up with some kind of a glare. So what I'll do is I'll just move this. Maybe it's more visible there. Yeah. So 455. So is he a legend? He is. So he'll get a par 5 cheers. And then the green 5, is he a hacker? No. So we go to strong applause, which is kind of like, almost like kissing your sister, maybe. And a 1, so he does get a moderate birdie, which isn't bad. That's 33%, 1 to 2. He has blue chips. You can use 2 on any hole. He could use both of them to get that to a gimme, which is all but, it's like a high 90%. But he's going to take his chances here on a 1 to 2. So let's see, can he get a 1 or a 2? Let's get rid of these dice. Oh, and he makes it. A good putt there from Westinghouse, and he's back to within 4 and levels his score for the day. Now, Trent McAdams, leader on tour right now in terms of points and money. He also has extra control here in this one, which means that if the course gained control on 4, he would also get it there. But in this case, he doesn't need that. He just needs to avoid the 5. Oh, and we get quad 6s. So there, and I have had a couple of out of bounds here. Kanishi had one of them on the 7th hole. Both of them happened on the 7th. They both hit special result out of bounds. So him and Westinghouse were the 2 guys who. So, but we're going to have McAdams here with a. Because 6 is still golfer control, so we can't that, and it's going to be a special result. So let's roll black. I like rolling black and green for this. Let's see what happens. Par 5, level 1, 33. That's a roll again on level 2. The farther you advance, the less you've ever seen them, so you might have some interesting results you've never seen before. 12. On the green in 3, easy putt for birdie. Issues with putter. If putt is missed, reduce putting ability by half quality. Well, in this case, he's going to use a blue chip because he wants to make it gimme. He does not want to reduce. He's already got a neutral clutch putting. He doesn't want that to go down any further. So he's going to use a blue chip. This is a gimme birdie putt, and he makes it. So McAdams, within 2 now, he bogeyed 8 and 11, which kind of dulled his good start to his round, but now he's back on track. Everybody birdies 13, the only par 5 on the back 9 here. And yeah, we have a stacked leaderboard, mostly because I had this as a B tier tournament, but when I wrote it down, I did 2 different things. So when I started putting the schedule together, I listed this as a top 125. Which should make it an A tier. But then I did all these other tierings, the A, B, and C, and I made this B, and I forgot that 125 was there, so I just honored that. And so this is more like an A tier tournament. That's why we got a lot of big names on the leaderboard. So we're going to end up here at hole 12. And another relatively easy par 4. So the other thing, if you want to look right here, let's put this back up. On 11, which is a par 3, this is one of the few I've had, and it's too bad that this couldn't have happened on camera. It was a special result, 11 for Aberley, and so that's how he got into the tie for the lead. If you want to look right there, You can't see it because I've got this he has a 1 right there on the card. So he aced aced 11. So I haven't had too many aces. I feel like it's maybe 2 or 3 at most. So that's how we got to this point. So Aberley has the honor here at the 12th, 411-yard par 4. There's some water involved near the green. It's the Connecticut River, so you just want to avoid that. Only 2 degrees of course difficulty though, so you have a pretty good chance of avoiding disaster. But he gets a 5, and then 23 is in the water. It giveth and it taketh away. Aberley in the drink, and a green 2. So let's see how he fares with at least saving bogey maybe. Green 2. Is he sunny? Aberley, I don't have anything here, but he is sunny. So he gets a gimme bogey putt. So he at least will drop only 1 shot here as long as he doesn't get all 6s. So he doesn't. But a bogey. And he follows up an ace with a bad approach and finds the river. And now Justin Wallace coming off a birdie. So 5 is going to be 45. He avoids water but ends up in the rough near the green. So, and a 1, so a good lie. He's not a workman, so he's going to have a chance to knock this in. So we're going to roll white and decider. We'll roll white first. If it's a 1, then we will roll decider. It is a 1, so if this is a decider, yes. Wallace back-to-back birdies and moves to within 1. It's in the hole. Beautiful chip from Justin Wallace. Americans trying to make a dent into this international leaderboard. We've got Japanese, Canadian, and English, and finally we've got Wallace to within 1. So and now Kanishi with some chips. So it's a 3, 1, 5, 6. Legend or bomber. Kanishi doesn't have either of those. He has shaper instead, and he's not a hacker. So we go to mood. He started the day sunny, but he ended up with I think the out of bounds gave him the stormy. So he is now stormy. So he's not sunny. And I think that leaves him a difficult par putt, which would have both him and Aberley bogey potentially here. So does he want to use I don't think he wants to use a blue chip. He's going to just trust he can make this 9-foot putt. Got a 50-50 chance of making it, and he misses. So now a moderate bogey. Needs a 1 through 5. And he does get that. But so we've got a 4-way tie for the lead as Wallace makes birdie, Aberley, Kanishi bogey, Emrick birdies, and we've got a tourney here, guys. Saturday the 26th here in the US of A. We've got all sorts of trouble going on in the world. Still trying to emerge from a pandemic. We've got tyrants being tyrants. We've got people that we thought weren't tyrants maybe being tyrants. It's all good. It's not all good, but in our little part of the world here, it's fine. Okay, so Darren has had some luck with Wallace. I think Wallace has won a couple of tournaments. I don't remember what his complete record is. And again, seems like my stuff is stabilized since I since I closed that other, I might have to figure out if there's a better way to do that little player card screen, because it bogs down the old laptop. Par 3 here, 16th. Bradshaw on back-to-back birdies. This is not an easy par 3. 4 degrees of difficulty, 171, so it's not like super long, but there is some water down in front of the green, so you just gotta, and I think Bradshaw here is going to go ahead and take control of this so he can avoid the water. 16 and 17 are the two holes that maybe have some validity to use a chip on them, or possibly two. I think 17 semi-daunting, so 3, 4, 6. No, that's going to be short game check. He just finds, I'll read what it says. It says, decent shot but unfortunate bounce. So just doesn't kick on. It comes up short and bounces a little to the right. 4, is he stone? No, he is not. So he'll have an easy par putt. He lines it up here from 6 feet. And he drains it. So uses a chip but avoids the worst. Simanowicz Jr. will also take control. That semi-challenging has to do with the green. So that's the other reason that it may not be optimal to use a chip here on this hole, because some of the golfer control results will eventually end up in a golf cam green, and there is on the par 3 ones. That's a special result. So level 1 par 3. Could we get another one here? I doubt it, but let's see. Par 3, 56. Flub tee, recovery, moderate putt for bogey. Heckling fan makes golfer stormy the rest of the round. Hey Dave, your brother's better than you. You suck, man. Moderate putt for bogey. Okay, he makes that. The fans like, yeah. Is your last name Simeonowitz? Gets him really angry. Dave doesn't know how to control his temper. It's kind of like me. 23 in the rough in 1. So Franz Hockel can't find the green, and he gets a gnarly lie. 6, he's not a master, so a double difficult putt for par. He's going to have to lag that. Leaves him an easy bogey putt, and he holes that one out. But bogey for Hockel. He drops to -5. He called him Brooksy, I think. It's always good for peeing someone off. I guess I almost swore, almost broke the swear barrier. All right, so row wetter on 15, 2, 4, 5. Avoids water. He's not a legend, so it's going to be short game 2. Not stone. He'll have a pin chance. Seems pretty unlikely you're going to get 1 dot again. That's a 6, so that's a difficult putt for par for row wetter. He misses that. A moderate bogey. He makes that. And fortunately today he did pack an extra pair of underwear, so just in case. Martin Van Dyke. Ooh boy, 5 and 26, so he's in the rough in 1. Doesn't end up in water, but is going to have to use this exclamation mark kind of thingy here. Semi-master, no dot. So actually he won't need to because he's got double difficult anyway. So he's already at the most difficult putt available. So we're just going to lag that. Ooh, almost made it. Leaves him a moderate bogey. Yes. Well, the bogeys have started to come here lately. Turn the camera on, it's a good time. Yeah, it's funny. It's fun. You know, there's a lot of joy in the lack of personal history with the PNG set. You know, or observe. You never have had the chance to observe them on the TV. So whatever personality they have for you may be completely different from anybody else playing the set. So it's pretty cool. Legend for Kenny, no. Oh my God. They killed Kenny. You bastards. Anyway. 5. Soft. He's not soft, so, well, his wife might beg to differ, but that's a moderate par for putt. Moderate par for putt? What the heck? I swear I haven't been drinking. Moderate putt for par, and he makes it. Should be. Oh my God, that's Clive Kenny. You bastard. 14 with Emrick and company here. Emrick one back. Actually, no, he's not one back anymore. He's tied. So, does he want to use... Nah, he's not going to use a chip here. Maybe if he gets a putt. 45. He's in the bunker in 2. So a bad second shot there is going to leave him scrambling for par, and it's not going to be an easy one. As he is not sandy, he is semi-master, so that doesn't help him at all here. So 45, sand in 2, green 5, not sandy, difficult par putt. He needs a 1-3 to stay tied for the lead, and he bangs it home. Lots of confidence in that flat stick today, and he is going to stride off to the easy 15th, hoping to assert himself even further to try and win his first tournament in 2020. Westinghouse, and yes, it is 2020 in our virtual world here. Westinghouse, he'll take his par and get another chip here, so... Westinghouse, the electric mongoose. Just can't get into a fighting mood today. Just hasn't been able to put it together. Now, Trent McAdams, road warrior. 4, so this is going to be 11. That's rough in 2. There's Dwayne Martz. Hello. Welcome. Good to see you. 5. Master. Yes, so McAdams has a great recovery card here. He's got both Master and Sandy, so he's going to finish with an easy par. So he ditches the second shot into the rough, but he is quite skilled at overcoming those kinds of difficulties. And so we're to the final par 5 of the round here. For the leaders, all these guys currently in the lead, along with Emrick. So first, Justin Wallace. That's a 2-4-5. Golfer control, and I thought I turned it to the right page, but I didn't. Legend, no. Champion. He is a champion. He'll get a blue chip, and the gallery cheers that fairway wood. Green 2 is another champion check. He's going to have a gimme birdie putt. So to -10 if he can make this, as long as he doesn't have 6s, and he does. And good birdie for Wallace. Let's see if Aberley and Kanishi can match. A white 6 will also get you a birdie on this one. 446. Legend or Bomber. He's both of them. He's going to get a blue chip. They cheer a great drive, but the green 6 is going to lead to. So he's not a hacker. So strong applause. He's going to have to hope for a low number here, or else his birdie chance is going to be pretty poor. He gets a 3, so that's a difficult birdie putt. Well, he's going to try and make it here. He needs a 1. Could lag it. Feel like you're losing ground with a par on a par 5, so let's see if he can make the 1. That's a 6. So now moderate par, doesn't want to repeat that 6, and he doesn't. So Aberle remains at -9, 1 behind. And now Kanishi, the clubhouse leader after the 3rd round, and it'll be 3, 5, 6. He's not scatter or puny, he's not hero, he's not champion. So we go to mood, and he is stormy. So the 3 is going to ask if he's stormy, and that is going to be a bad result. He's going to need a double difficult putt for par, and he's going to drop 2 shots out of the lead unless he gets some kind of a great roll here. He needs 1s and a dot. Oh boy, he got 1 and 2 and a dot. Oh well. Easy bogey putt now. He does sink that. But the Japanese player has dropped back to even par on the day, and Wallace has taken control here with Aberle and Emrick 1 back. Got a ways to go here, guys, so when we get to a major, we'll do the full round, but it's a little bit too much for it's a little too much today to do, but we'll definitely try and pencil that into the calendar here probably in a month, because we have a C tier next. That'll be John. It's TPC Deere Run. So it's like the John Deere Classic, but whatever name I've given it, I forget. Should call it Quad Cities, but anyway. And then the next one is the British Open. So for the British, we'll do some kind of a full stream of that. We can see how it all evolves from the first round to all the way to the end. So anyway, 420. That's a very inebriated par 4 here. It's a blazing par 4, let's say. 420 yards, semi-daunting, semi-challenging, 4 course difficulty. So if you've got chips left, 2 chips, it's probably the time to use them, because if we look at 18, it's one that you could use 1 chip to take control of, but this one might be better just because if you get Golf Cam course, you've got a half chance at a difficult one there. So all right, so Bradshaw only has 1 chip, so he's going to have to take it as it comes here. 11 as it's course control. That's trees and 1. Hey there, Tim, right? Tim. Everybody likes to, we all have a nickname on here, and sometimes I draw a blank. I'm like, there aren't too many Cleveland baseball fans doing streaming stuff, and I'm like, just, anyway, good to see you. So, I've outed myself with bad memory, so apologies for that. I got it eventually. Anyway, so what are we doing here? Yeah, trees and 1, green 3, so he's not a workman. So easy par. So Bradshaw makes that. Shouldn't have a problem, and doesn't. So hanging right in there, 3 back with 1 hole left to play. If him or Simanowicz could generate a birdie on 18, it could at least throw a little pressure on that final group. All right, Simanowicz, I should have probably used the chip A. I haven't looked at any of the dice. Well, it's too late now. 2, so that's 13. It's in the trees, and 1, and a green 1. So this is actually going to work out pretty well for him. He's going to catch a break. He's not a workman. He's semi-workman. He gets lucky that the dot doesn't kill him there. So he ends up with a wow. He'll get another blue chip, so he can use 1 here. Could use 2 in theory. So we're going to re-roll white and see what the wow result entails. It's a 4. That'll be an easy birdie putt. He'll use that blue chip to make it gimme. And Simanowicz to -8. So now a birdie on 8. Oh, and he missed it. Man, you just get to accepting those things are going to go in. That's a gimme birdie, and he misses it. And now a gimme par. I don't think he earns a red chip for that because he used a blue chip, but he's already stormy, so we don't have to add that to him. But that's a par. And Simanowicz, I was just assuming he was going to birdie that, but the 6s came up, and it's going to make your Sunday a little bit tougher there. Okay, 13, that's also trees in 1. This is a green 5, though. Bad lie for Hochul. Not a master. Difficult par putt. Moderate bogey makes that. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of us are particularly. It's tough to believe that there is anyone who really gives, who cares about baseball, who agrees with getting offended by, most people have other things in their lives to worry about then. Usually it's just putting food on the table than to think that, that a name is, usually the people that have a lot of time to think about that are the ones who have basically been handed cars and basements and all sorts of, and food all their lives, and still at age 29 have yet to move on from the idea that, my life is just so simple that I have to worry about someone being offended about something, right? So anyway, that's the way I feel about it, but maybe that cancels me, I don't know. I'm sure they'll come and find me if they want to, but I don't know. Anyway, I'll call you Clee. Clee's a decent name. Cleveland baseball team would have probably been just as good as the name they chose, so anyway, to the 16th. I don't know. Eventually we'll just get used to the names, I'm sure, but seems unnecessary, really. Okay, so that's going to be a par. Let's see. Yeah, there's no reason for Kenny to play this out as an attack the green. If he were soft, you'd have a moderate putt for birdie or moderate pitch, but he isn't, so he'll just take his blue chip and a par. So finally, back-to-back pars for him after bogey in 14. Rowetter. Okay, course control, 34. Just over the water, so gets away with maybe catching it a little heavy, but it does find does find green at least short grass. But green 6, is it daunting? No, and he's not a hacker, so Rowetter will have a clutch birdie putt. Semi-gold, 1-4, and he misses it. He'll earn a red chip for missing a clutch putt, and now an easy bogey. Wait, no, easy par, excuse me. My bad. Forgot how many strokes he had there. I mean, Guardians isn't. Guardians could be worse. Could be a lot worse. That's a par. Van Dyke with that green 6. Just take the par on the white 6. But, you know, everybody's got opinions, and you know, the logo itself, could they've, I feel like it, kind of feel like if they would have done away with the logo and just left it at maybe, because I mean Atlanta's getting away with the name Braves, I believe. It seems like there's not that much push, and they even, I mean, they used to do what I would consider to be an even more offensive thing as like war chant, right? I mean, and the Kansas City Chiefs do too. I guess Chiefs because it's maybe an honorific name, I guess, but I don't know. If you're just gonna do it for one of them, do it for all of them, I guess, or don't do it for any of them, or don't like fold, right? Don't give in to people who don't even care about your product, most likely. All right, to the easy 15th here. Under 300 yard par 4. This is drivable. And it'll be Emrick, the first to play it. 1-3-4. Surprising this doesn't have a direct with it being that short. And if it did have a direct, he'd have an eagle putt. But it doesn't. So he's also not a hacker. So we go to experience. He's not a prospect, so that will lead him to a gimme birdie putt. So 6-6 would be a miss. Otherwise, it's in. Will he suffer the same fate as, was it Westinghouse? No, it was Simanowitz, I think it was. And he makes it. So Emrick joins Wallace for a share of the lead at -10. Now Westinghouse. 1-4-6. Legend. He is a legend, so he'll get another chip, and the gallery cheers. And a green 1 is great. He is a champion. This is going to be a gimme birdie. No doubt about it. So we're going to have a couple of gimme birdies out of this. And he bangs it home. So Westinghouse to within 3, still not out of it. And now Trent McAdams, he can get within 1 if he could pull off a birdie here. So 1, 2, 3 though is going to be golf cam green. We're going to have to check the green die, the 1. Is that going to get him a birdie putt? Is it challenging? No. He's not scattered, so he does get a clutch birdie putt. He's going to have to use his chip. So that makes it a 1-5 chance, and he still misses it. So he had to take the, because he would have lost that chip either way. So he misses the birdie. Now an easy par, which he makes. Could have used that 1 before. And that's a chance that's gone begging there by Trent McAdams. Okay. Justin Wallace on the 14th. Tied for the lead. 1-1-2. About as low as you can go without being a Special result. Oh, that's par 3 chart. 1-1-2. Is he cold? Actually, no, he's hot. He's on 3 in a row. He's not gilded. He'll have a moderate birdie putt. And he's going to take his chances here. If he could make this, he would go 4 in a row and take sole lead at -11. Needs a 1 or a 2. Oh, and he rolls right past the hole. Didn't even give it a chance. Now an easy par. Got about 4 feet left. And he holds it out. So a good par there for Wallace. Stays tied. But he had a chance there to put himself straight back into sole possession. Okay, here's Aberley. Took a bogey on 12 and parred the 13th. And that's a 1-3-4. That's also checking direct. Wait, no, that's 1-2-6. 1-3-4. Yeah, direct, no. Hacker. He's not a hacker, so experience. Not a prospect. This will be an easy chance for birdie. He's going to let it ride. He would rejoin the lead here if he can make a 1-4. And it's in. Aberley makes his putt. Back to -10. And now Shinji Kanishi, he's 2 back. There's a special result roll again. Boy, the special results have been coming fast and furious in this one. Wait, I like green and black on this, so let's roll. And it's 20. Oh, boy, he has another out-of-bounds roll. Kanishi is... His driver has let him down here. So we're going to have to start all over, and he's going to be hitting his third shot off the tee. Kanishi with the meltdown here on the course. He's just having a terrible day. 4, 5, 6 is going to go to Golf Cam Green. 4, is it friendly? No. Challenging? No. He needs a clutch putt for double. He is gold, so he could get a second. He could get another blue chip here. And he does make his double bogey, but that's going to put him to -6, and he is dropping like a lead weight in a pond as he finds the backyard of a resident here on the TPC course at River Highlands. I mean, just have to... I mean, I guess the thing to do is maybe in our lives we just don't get offended by the fact they're going to change the name, right? And I mean, like I said, it could be worse, I guess, right? It's not. I mean, it's not like the whooping cranes like in PCU, right? So I guess you got to take little victories sometimes. I think it was whooping cranes. It might have been a different one. Another one of those ridiculous birds that. Flamingos be another one that would be sure to be one that you'd want to put back. Put back into the hat if you were doing like a pulling mascot names or whatever out of a hat. If you came up with flamingo, you would just want to take that and throw it into the fire, I think. Yeah, Larry, we went there. The whooping coughs, that'd be good. The pertussuses. The pertussi. How about that? You'll get some medical advice here on do not use pertussi as a or the rubellas. Okay, I'm having too much fun with that. And no, I'm still not drinking beer. That was not a beer that you heard crack. That is a sparkling water. To the 18th. Simanowicz coming off of a hard luck par. He almost Scott Hoked that putt for birdie. So It was a little bit tougher. It was a little tougher than that one. But anyway. So 444 yard par 4. It's a longer par 4 for this course. Spacious, wide open, accessible is what it says. Excellent staging ground for the close of a tense tournament. I will say that Keith's carding of courses has come a long way. This is one of the first that he put out. I think this may have been a number 2, and I think he has done quite a good job of upping the ways that things can become dramatic on the cards, and some of us who've designed courses have incorporated some of that flair in what we've done in some courses that maybe won't ever get play's attention. But that sounds like the kind of write-up that you would have gotten early on in because I'm sure at that point he wouldn't have known if this game would have gotten the love it has gotten over the years from a lot of people buying it and enjoying it and running projects and stuff. So, but anyway, it is a good staging ground for the close of a tense tournament. So Dwayne Bradshaw is going to close out here, and he's just going to play it out. He's going to hold on to that chip. Well, white 6, he's going to just go ahead and attack the green, so we're going to re-roll white. He has a blue chip to use, so he should avoid bogey here, regardless of what happens. 5, well, a moderate putt for par. That's too bad. He'll go with easy. He almost missed that, but he did make it, and that's a par for Bradshaw to close it out. Here's Simanowicz Jr. He will take control. He's got some good qualities there. Definitely has the qualities to maybe sneak a birdie and get to -8, and you never know. That's a 1, 2, 3. We're going to go to the green. And a green 2. It's not friendly. It's not challenging, so an easy putt for par. He'll make it gimme. He missed. And there's a par. The gimme par is a lot easier than the gimme birdie. But and Hockle doesn't have a chip to use. He's just been hanging out there -4. He's still not really out of contention by the standards we typically use. Golf Cam course, green 2. Not cordial, not daunting, so it's an easy par putt. Just got to knock it down here. Nice firm 5-foot stroke, and it's down deep. What was his round here? -1, so a pretty good round there. This group fared reasonably well. Simanowicz Jr. posts a -7. That's probably not going to be good enough, but not bad. Some more PCU humor there. That's good. That's an underrated movie. It's one of those goofy ones up there with a lot of the Sandler movies, which and Chris Farley kind of movies that just which David Spade is a reason for that with for both the Farley and PCU. His prototypical a-hole character, snobby jerk. Anyway, so to 17 with Clive Kenny. Oh my God, there's Clive Kenny! You bastard. Anyway, 15. So that's a sand in 1 and a green 4. If there's ever one of these PNG cards that is has the last name Cartman, we're in trouble. Because because then you'd have to respect my authority. 15. So it's sand and 1. I got to get my head together here. I'm like going off the rocker. So it's going to be a moderate putt for par. He's not chunky, so gets it out of the bunker and leaves it with a moderate par putt, 1 to 5, and he holds that. Very, very good. And now Mr. Plastic Sheets. Yeah, he'll hold the red chip for now. Trees and 1 on the 13. And a 4. He's not a workman, so a moderate second putt for par. He doesn't want to downgrade that to difficult. That would be a bit risky there. So he's going to take the moderate, and he makes it. Now Martin Van Dyke. Yeah, he's faded a little bit here, or else he might have had a chance to get up there to -8 at one point, but seeing that he's at -5, he's just nursing it home. Also with a 13, that's going to be trees and 1, and a green 6 is a bad lie. He's a semi-master and has the dot, so he'll end up with a difficult birdie putt. He's going to lag this. Only 2 holes left. Yeah, so that's good. Gimme par. Just go ahead and... Could have taken a chance and tried to make the difficult birdie, but then the moderate par has a little more risk involved. He's just looking for top 10s, and he should be able to get that, especially if he can birdie 18. All right, so Emrick tied at -10 with Wallace and Aberley at the 16th. He's going to use a chip here. Or does he want to hold it back? We'll use it here. See if he can get a birdie here on 16. 136. Looking for his first victory of the year. Hero. Semi-Hero does not have the dot, so no, it's going to go to Golf Cam Green. And it's semi-challenging, so this could bite him here. Let's see, green 3. Is it challenging? Let's re-roll. Is it challenging? No, it's not. So he's going to get a clutch birdie putt. This might work out for him. 1 to 4. And he will move to -11 with a 1-shot lead. It's in, and he gets that. Wait, no, he doesn't get a blue chip because he spent it. But he does get the birdie for the blue chip, which is any golfer's dream. The only dream better is to get the eagle with the blue chip. Westinghouse will use one as well. He's going to need more heroics than I think he has time for here. So he's also going to end up on the green. Golf Cam Green 1. There you can see the 1 if I move a little bit. I got a shadow there, but there we go. 1, 2, 3. So green 2, friendly no, challenging yes, clutch for par. He is gold, and he makes the par. Won't earn a blue chip because he spent it, but Emrick now in the lead. Will he get that first victory? He's looking like he's pretty good money for it at this point. The 4 went way over here, the green die. So a 3 means we go 45. Sand in 1. Green 4, likely McAdams will get up and down from there. Chunky, no. Yeah, moderate putt for par. Just needs to stroke it true. I should have removed those. We're going to give it to him. He's 3 back here from his playing partner. All right, Aberley coming off a birdie. Easy 15th. Last truly easy hole.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
I don't know. That show the first 2 years was pretty good, and then it kind of like, I guess it's still going on. All right, let's see what Aberley does here. He's one back now. 3, 5, 6. Got to a puny no. Champion. He is a champion. He'll have a birdie putt. 1 to 4, and he joins Emrick at -11. It's in. Back-to-back birdies for Aberley, and we have a tie for the lead. 3 holes left to play for this group. Justin Wallace can join it with a birdie here as well. And he gets it with a white 6. That's a double cordial birdie. And we've got a 3-way tie. Kanishi now, he's way too far gone. He's going to be ruining this. Does get a birdie there, but had a real chance for another victory on tour. And he, I think he's coming up here on, I think he's the defending British Open Championship of the UK champion. So looks like he's getting tuned up, but he's had a bit of a off the rails round here to close it out, so he's gonna have to tighten that up. To the 18th, Clive Kenny. He'll spend the chip here and see if he's lucky enough to hit a laser. 3, 4, 5, no way. So the gallery groans. He still hits a bad shot, and he's not a workman, so he ends up with a difficult par putt. He'll make that moderate. And he does finish with a par, so Clive Kenny, whenever he talks, he's just kind of muffled. Wears this parka. It's not... It seems to hinder his game a lot, too. Okay, so we got Rowetter. He's going to go ahead and spend that red chip right now and give control to the hole. 23, rough in 2, green 4. That's not a bad lie. He should come out of this at the other end. Okay, not a workman, moderate putt for par. Just has to avoid that 6, and he does. So a par for Rowetter, and he finishes his round +1. Tournament -4. Just going to be outside the top 10. Looks like now Van Dyke. He doesn't clutch putt very well, so he's going to go ahead and use the chip to take control. 3, 3, 5, so that's a little better. Almost another 3, 4, 5. King, no. Hero, no. Goes to experience. He's not a prospect, so a moderate birdie putt. 1 or a 2, and he will finish with a birdie, and he misses, so an easy par. And he completes his round with a 69 -1. So that leaves us 2 groups left on the course. And they are all in the top 6 right now. So even Kanishi with his derailment is still not too bad. Still, he's 4 back. A couple birdies and a bogey or 2 could for the other guys could play it out. Emrick does not have chips to spend here, enough of them, so he's gonna have to just hope for a white 6 or a white 1 here. And he gets a white 1. 1, 4, 6. Could this be his moment to get back in the winner's circle? Not a legend, not dynamic. It is a firm green, so we're going to go to the short game check. So that's the one thing. There's a weather rule ahead of time, and the weather rule gave firm greens. They're nice and baked. So short game check 6. Is he stone? No. He's going to have a difficult putt for par. So he needs to make this 1 to 3 to remain tied with Wallace and Aberley. And he makes it. Clutch putt there from Emrick. That wasn't a clutch putt. but it was. So, okay, Westinghouse, he's got chips, so he will use them. Okay, we'll roll decider. So he will have to use a second to get control of this, it's daunting after you do that roll. All right. 226. Yeoman or Gilded? Nope, he's neither of those. Champion? Yes, he's a champion. He'll have an easy birdie putt. Already used his 2 chips for the hole, so he's got to go with a 1 to 4. This would move him to -8. And he does, so a good birdie for him. 3 under on the back 9 now. And looking for a top 5. Joins this guy, Trent McAdams. And he gets a white 6. That's a par. And the blue chip, and we'll go to 16. And it's Rance Aberley, who came up with a hole-in-one on hole 11. Could this be his? Could he make that pay off here? So what's he want to do? Does he want to use that chip? He only has 1. He's going to go ahead and let it ride here and see if maybe he can get a white 6 or some other good roll. Let's see. There's the white 6. He'll take a second blue chip and he'll go to 17 with 2 of them. That's a par. For Aberley on the par 3, he'll take it. Could have had a moderate birdie putt there with the way that white 6 works with the attack the green thing. But okay, Justin Wallace. Okay, well he's going to also get it too. So he'll take his par and he'll have a couple blue chips to use. So maybe some birdies here in the offing for these guys. And now Kanishi. Well, he's got chips to use, so he's going to use them. He's got to pull out all the stops here and hope for a miracle with the way this round has gone for him. 2, 3, 5. He's not a champion. That would have been a birdie putt. So it's to mood, and his mood is stormy. So this is not going to. This is going to be a. It's going to be a rough one here, I think. 2, he's not sunny. Difficult birdie putt. So at least he's got a difficult birdie putt. He used 1 chip. He's going to make it a moderate birdie. He needs a 1 or a 2 here on the green die to get back-to-back birdies and to try to... Oh, and he makes it. He's trying to offset an ugly-looking back 9 here otherwise. You see his back 9. Bogey, par, bogey, bogey, double bogey. Finally back-to-back birdies, but it's probably too little too late at this point. So let's see. We've got the 18th for Emrick. So a 3-way tie for the lead. We've got Emrick playing the 18th. We've got Wallace and Aberley. They're going to play 17 and 18, and we'll see if we end up with a playoff. We may very well. But it'll be Westinghouse first, coming off a birdie at 17. And, yeah, he'll buy this hole for himself. Emrick will as well. Okay, a 2, 4, 5. Basically, it's going to be mostly what those other 3 dice come up with. 2, 4, 5, legend. He is a legend. He won't earn a blue chip, but he gets the gallery cheers. And then the 2, is he a champion? Yes, a gimme birdie putt. Emrick would have loved this result, but he's going to end up with a gimme birdie. This would move him to -9. And he makes it, so you never know. But a heck of a back 9 there for Westinghouse. That double bogey on 7 looms large. That's the difference between him being tied for the lead right now in the clubhouse and being 2 back and probably just accepting a 4th place check. So now Emrick. veteran. Wiley won, I believe it was 11 tournaments last year. Looking for his first now. He's buying control of the hole. 1-3-5. Duffer or puny? No. Utility? No. We're going to go to right now. The 1 on the green die. Let's move it out here. It's 1. Is he cold? He is semi-hot, so he is going to end up with a gimme birdie opportunity himself. Chance for him to take the lead outright, -12, as long as he doesn't end up with 6s. It's in, and Emrick. What the heck happened here? Emrick, he started the day with 6 red chips and ends up with a 65. Posts the score, -12. What a round. That's a round that we've seen from him before. Look at this. Look at that scorecard. That's pretty cool. Just methodical. Birdied 9 after he got rid of all the red chips. Birdied 9, and then he took care of the 13th and the 15th, which are easy holes. Had some chips to burn on 16 and 18 to help augment his score, and now he is right in the spot where he might win this first tourney of the year. So almost turning into the elder statesman of this tour in some ways. So, but don't worry, Wallace and Aberley aren't out of it yet. So McAdams, yeah, he'll burn that chip. I was trying to decide. He's got extra control, so there's some prudence maybe in letting him just play that out. But it's going to be golf cam green. And a green 3. Is it challenging? No. Okay, he's going to end up with a clutch birdie putt. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a chip to use. But let's see. So 1 to 3, neutral putting. Misses that. Doesn't get a red chip because he already spent a chip. Easy par. And McAdams is going to finish tied for 5th. Not a bad little tourney for him. He's going to earn a chunk of change, which is going to build on his lead. And so now we've got the contenders coming to the 17th. Okay, Kanishi will use a chip. See if it's full daunting. It is, so he'll have to use both of them. And he'll have control. He doesn't have a great card, though, so that's one of the downsides. Sometimes him getting clutch putts may be better. But with a semi-daunting, you could end up with a clutch putt for bogey, which is not helpful at all either. So 3-3-6. Par 4, 17th. He would need to birdie out here. So he's just hoping for some... Okay, is he hot? He is hot. So we go to the gallery cheers, but he's not a hacker because of the green 6. It's a difficult birdie putt. He's going to need to hole this. Needs to hole it with a 1. That would move him to -9. Well, he's out of it because Emrick's in the clubhouse -12. So he's just trying to improve. Oh, and he makes it. 3 in a row for Kanishi. Man, if he hadn't started the back 9 so dismally, he would have been right there. But now he's thinking what could have been. All right, Aberley. Is it daunting for him? It is. He's going to use both chips. He's got a lot of good iron qualities. So, actually, just has a lot of good qualities, period. His recovery is where he struggles a bit. 2-2-6. Yeoman or Gilded? No. Champion. He is a champion. He'll have an easy birdie putt. So a 1-4 to join Emrick at -12. Needs a 1-4. And it's in for Aberley. We've got a tie. If he can hold on to it 18, we would have a playoff. If he could find another birdie, well, we still have Wallace to go as well, and Wallace has chips to use here. So he could also have a, if he gets a blank decide or die here, he could have a blue chip to use on 18. And he does, so there you go. He has control. It's not daunting for him. Let's see what the roll is. 3, 5, 5. King? No. Hacker? No. We go to experience. Is he a prospect? No. So that leaves him with a moderate birdie putt. And now a choice. Do you risk making it easy and missing out on a chance to maybe take a better opportunity on 18 for birdie? Or do you upgrade it and you still have a 1/3 chance of missing? He's going to take the chance. He's going to use this blue chip. He needs a 1-4. It's now an easy birdie putt. He would join the lead if he makes it. Oh, and he... Oh, that's terrible. Oh, so that was an easy birdie. Now a gimme par, and he's going to have to hope to do it on his own on 18. So the gamble didn't pay off. And it's going to come down to 18. Will Aberle, will he be able to do this? So let's go ahead and we'll start with Kanishi. If Aberle can birdie 18, he wins. If he pars, we go to a playoff. If Wallace birdies, he'll join the playoff. If Aberle bogeys, it's over. Kanishi first. 34 is Golf Cam course. Green 3, cordial, daunting. No, neither of those. So clutch putt for par. Kanishi just needs a 1-5, and he makes it. The blue chip isn't going to help him. He pars 18, and back 9 to forget for Kanishi. He had a chance, and he blew it. So now Rance Aberle. A white one would be great for him, I think. Give him a really good chance to win this tournament. A white 6 also improves his chances. He'd end up with a blue chip to take to the playoff. But it's a 5, it's 34, it's Golf Cam course, it's 5. Is it daunting? No. Is he scatter? No. He's got a clutch putt for birdie. Unfortunately for him, his clutch putting is poor. And I'm going to we're going to hold off on him for a second. We're going to finish off Wallace here. Let's see what happens with Wallace. So we got a clutch putt with Aberle. And he's going to have to go for it here. He's got to hope because he's got a white 6. He needs a birdie. So a clutch birdie for Aberle. And now we re-roll white for Wallace. He ends up with a 5. That's a moderate par, so he can't even do anything. So we'll make the moderate par here. For Wallace, 1-5, he makes it. And now a clutch birdie putt. If Rance Aberle drains this guy, he is your winner. If he misses it, he earns a red chip, which I play. You can use that on the 18th if you earn it on the 18th. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. Well, I don't know. We can hope whatever. I mean, I don't know. That's always a conflict for me. So he needs a 1-3 to win the Connecticut Challenge. Rance Aberle. The crowd goes silent. 6 feet for glory. Oh, and he just misses it. Runs the lip. So there's the red chip. So it would normally be an easy par. I guess because there would be a playoff, I could also get away with not using the red chip here, I guess, because in theory, the round isn't over. he's going to hold on to the red chip. We don't have a meltdown if we're finished. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know. This is kind of gray area. I'm just playing through the way I feel like it should work. So we're gonna keep the red chip. Easy par to take to the playoff, and he makes it. And if he would have burned the red chip, he would have made that too. So that's gonna be it for regulation. We are gonna have a 2-man playoff between the British Sith Lord. It's tough to say, isn't it? Dustin Emrick and Rance Aberley. Got to clean up a little bit here. So we're going to play 18 again. And we'll play 17. Actually, what we'll do is we'll do 18, and we'll do 16, 17, 18 after that. Okay. And we're going to go to match play. So let's do this. Couple of reds. A couple of blues. And nowadays the PGA Tour, I think, does it where the person who finished first tees off first. But we're just going to go ahead and roll white and black. White Emrick, black Aberley. Whoever has the lowest will tee first. So it'll be Emrick first. We'll put B, alphabetical, R. And so Emrick, he's going to play 18 first here. Well, he's going to have the honor. And Aberley, I don't know what we're going to do with that red chip. We're going to figure that out. He's got to burn it at some point here. So 2. It's going to be course control 14, rough in 1. Green 3. Is he a workman? No. He'll end up with an easy putt for par. And Aberley is going to buy a black 6 with that red chip. So that's another thing you can do with the red chip. You could also, with a blue chip, buy a 1 or whichever one you want, 1 or 6. So here's Aberley. 56 is going to be sand in 1 and a green 5. Not a great roll there. Is he sandy? No. Difficult putt for par. So we go away. He's going to need the difficult putt for par to win, or to extend this playoff, because you have to figure Emmerich going to make that easy par. Needs a 1-3. And he misses it, so then we're going to do the 1-5 bogey, moderate bogey. And he does make that. So a bogey there for, I forgot to write it down here in my score sheet. So also that's another thing I should have done. Give me a minute here. Oh. You know, you're kind of, with that red chip, someone might argue that I should have had him burn that on the previous hole, so I don't know. If I had commercials, we could have gone to a commercial break. All right, so and I forget if I need the first name or last name. I mean, if I need the whole name or just the... So, Emrick with a par. And now Aberley. Or wait, no, Aberley, he didn't have the par. Aberley had the bogey. So let's dump that. Now we need Emrick. Easy putt for par. He's lined it up. He needs to avoid 2 6s. And he wins. Dustin Emrick gets his first tour victory. Of the year. As I need to clean this up a little bit here. He wins the 2020 Connecticut Challenge with a first hole playoff victory. So that's how this is going to play out. There we go with let's see, down here, final score is Dustin Emrick, your winner. Aberley almost makes the hole-in-one count, but he'll still end up with a pretty decent paycheck here, all things told. So that's a pretty good leaderboard. I don't have to do any of the cut differential stuff right there. Emrick 1.2 million. 756,000 for Aberley. So in any event, this is taking a little extra time, but I did get a couple of questions in the comments from the last one. I'll just address them real quick. One, which I tend to get this as a comment a lot of times, has to do with the scoring setup, and I really I can't offer this as any, at the moment, and I'm not sure if I ever will be able to. If you watched the first video, the first 3 rounds, I had, I'm basically beta testing all this stuff as I go, and it really tends to turn it into a problem where I'm like debugging problems the whole way. And I even had it today come into this final round. Like, Justin Wallace wasn't in the final round when I was getting ready to start, and he should have been. So that's really a problem. I've done everything. I haven't done everything I can. I should do more. And this kind of comes to the second part too. There's a lot of theoretical stuff that goes on with these tables, and a lot of formulas. And the one thing I have tried to do on this channel is do kind of like mini tutorials on different formulas and the structure and syntax of those formulas to try and help people. Does it help everybody? Probably not. And I know that like the spreadsheets and database stuff, that's quite daunting. It was daunting for me when I started. All I can do at this point, until maybe I feel much more confident that this thing is like ironclad, it just isn't. So I can just try to do a video on occasion trying to show ways to do things, ways to solve problems, and hopefully in that process, you can gain ideas for how best to do. And like I've always said, like, just take baby steps. Try and do one small project to try and build a just the standings. Just so it's easy for you to keep track of the points and things. Then once you get that tackled, then maybe you can start looking at what other things can I do. And Google's your friend. A lot of these questions get answered online, in either Google or in these like forums for different Excel how-tos, or question and answer type setups. So and then the other question that was there was about the tiers and how to choose not only the tiers but like the fields when you get tiers. And I'm going to do another video on that is very well, hopefully well titled, so that someone in the future who is looking for this video finds it. I don't know if I'm going to do that today, maybe tomorrow, maybe during the week sometime here. Again, that's kind of like using spreadsheets. It's using random generation to come up with a field that has the makeup you're looking for, and it can be a tad complicated. So I kind of apologize for that from the get-go. There are lots of solutions. The one that I use, I feel like, is the solution that works really well for me. It's probably the one I'll talk about. I think I'll have to do a video about that later, because I need to go grab some lunch. And anyway, thank you, Darren. Thanks, Larry. Thanks, David. Thanks, Tribe Fan. Thanks, who else? Dwayne came in for a bit. I thank you all for hanging out here while I played out the rest of this tournament. Probably try to do some soccer at some point here in the next couple days on the channel here. I just need to kind of like play and let the people who want to watch the stuff watch, and the people who don't will probably find something else to watch that they find more intriguing, which is fine because we got a lot of people making videos. So, but hopefully the discussion and the gameplay are helpful to people. So anyway, I'm going to sign off. Hit like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Keep on the lookout for more sports, tabletop gaming videos. Hopefully that will not only provide you entertainment on a Saturday morning or whatever day we do it, but also give you some ideas on projects or ways to accomplish tasks that you need to accomplish. So have a great rest of your Saturday if I don't see you before it ends back here on the channel, and have a great one. Thank you, Dwayne. Appreciate that.